How's it going, guys? It's Mash, and welcome to Let's Play Mega Man 4 Part 5. Anyway, yeah, we are in Wily Castle. And like I said, we're gonna pretty much talk about Doctor Cossack now. What is there to say? There's a lot to say, but where can I start? First off, before I even actually talk about it, this area is pretty much filled with nothing but metals. It is literally Metal City. That's all we're gonna be dealing with this level, so as such, I can use this time to talk about Doctor Cossack. Anyway, they never really explain why Wily chose Doctor Cossack. I mean, I guess he was just a well-known roboticist that we never even got to know about until this game. And pretty much, Dr. Wily just stole his daughter and used her as leverage to do what he wanted, which was to distract Mega Man, make him think that another evil genius was trying to take over the world, but it makes no sense why he would go through that much of a length. Did he needed that time to like create Wily Castle, to create the robots that he was making? I don't know. I mean, he had a year beforehand. This game is 1 year after Mega Man 3. You would think if he had enough time to already do 2 more master plans, you would think he would not be able to worry about a year. But yeah, he just made Dr. Cossack do what he wanted him to do. Also, there's invisible blocks in this area, guys. It sucks balls right here, as always. Invisible blocks can go eat a dick, but of course, it's a classic Mega Man game, so they gotta be here. They're pretty simple, though. But anyway, yeah, he uses Dr. Cossack in such a way, like, there was actually some debate if even Dr. Cossack even made the Robot Masters, but they are classified under Dr. Wily number. Apparently, they used to be Dr. Cossack number, but that's been retconned, and so they are Wily's robots, so I mean, I don't know why he would go through that much trouble to make someone think someone else is doing the dirty work when it was him. I don't know. And also the fact that Proto Man just comes out of nowhere betraying Wily is just, I don't know, just a whole lot of randomness. I don't know why. I mean, I guess they decided to make it like a fake villain so people would think Wily was dead, but it doesn't really make sense why you would do that. And we're at the boss already. As always, since we're in Metal City, we might as well deal with the biggest Metool of all. And pretty much when he's under his helmet, like any other Metool, he's pretty much invulnerable, which is kind of lame. He's weak against the ring shot, and every time he'll jump and try to crash into us like he's done a couple times, hurts like a bitch, as you can see. And then he'll spawn 4 Metools that will go either to the left or to the right. 2 always go to the left, 2 always go to the right. You can pretty much hit him like 3 times before he jumps in the air, and you actually have a chance to hit him 1 more time. So I normally just spam ring shot to take care of him. He's not that bad of a boss but if you have no E-tanks, he can be kind of a bitch. But you should have E-tanks by this point of the level, in his entire game. You should have a shit ton. Look at me, I had 9 before we started this boss. But yeah, and technically, we don't ever see Dr. Cossack ever again at the end of this game. We never see him again. And even though we don't, if you look into like the manuals and all the Mega Man lore, his influence is still there for a good long while. Dr. Cossack actually helps create a newer and more advanced Mega Buster that we'll see in Mega Man 5. And yeah, that's pretty much all it is. Like, he'll help. They just relate to him, so I guess people can know, oh, he's still doing his robotic stuff. In this version, you can actually get a navigation mode where pretty much they'll give you hints and everything. And in Mega Man 5, it's actually Kalinka, so that's another little nod to be like, hey, she's still technically well in contact with the rest of the Mega Man crew. But technically, we never see them again, and it's kind of lame. It would have been nice to see them more in the series to help Mega Man maybe create a new robot or something to help him along the way, but I mean, I guess Dr. Light's all good with that and just doing it himself, which is fine, I guess. I mean, he gave us Eddie, who's a purse. He really is a purse. I agree with Clement when he said that. He's a fucking purse. And speaking of Eddie, we're actually... Oh, look at that. He finally gave me an E-Tank the first time. Thank you, Eddie. That's the only time we're actually going to see him at this point for the rest of the game. No more times. So we won't see him again until Mega Man 5. He will return. And Jesus Christ, do I keep getting a lot of lives. Holy crap, I did not remember getting this much. But, yeah. I have no idea what else to talk about now. Like, I mean, Doctor Cossack is... I honestly feel he should have been more in the series after this game. But, I mean, it is a classic Mega Man series, and Mega Man Classic was never really in depth with their story. That's where Mega Man X, I think, shines more in memory in the characters rather than this game. I mean, yeah, a lot of the characters in this game are really memorable. The Robot Masters, Mega Man himself, Dr. Wily, but I think the X series did a little bit more with, since they had a little bit more of an opening out, branching out with dialogue and everything, that you got to really relate more to the characters, which I don't know how you can relate to robots, but you get what I'm saying. And I mean, they made Mega Man 7 and Mega Man 8, which are two completely different systems, Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1 and technically Sega Saturn as well. But it kind of does the same thing, that you can relate a little bit more with the characters then. But up until now, there's really no relating, and it kind of sucks. I have no idea where I was going with that. But yeah, we're in Dr. Wily 2, and as you can notice through this entire level, we've been dealing with spike after spike after spike, and I've been getting life after life after life. I don't understand. Like, I'm just that lucky. I guess during this run, apparently, if there is a god, he loved me very much and let me get through it. Anyway, we made it to Dr. Wily Castle 2, the boss, and the weakness for this boss is kind of annoying. It's that little green gem in his head, and it's weak against the charge shot. I don't know if it's weak against anything else, but you have to, like, you see right there, I shot it clear as day. But you have to be really precise when you're shooting it, and it's kind of annoying in that sense, because you've got to deal with the balls that it's shooting around, you got to deal with it shooting a fireball here and there. It's kind of lame, and it takes a lot of damage, and it hurts a lot. But other than that, it's not that bad of a boss. Sometimes you can get really lucky and time where you're jumping and where the platform is, and you can actually shoot them a couple times. I know I got a couple off in succession beforehand, but now I'm starting to struggle a little bit more. I don't know why, but by the looks of my E-tanks and by the looks of my freaking life, we're doing pretty damn swell. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just keep hitting it in the gem, and it'll be pretty much dead. And I've got no more words to say on it. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I'm not interested, it's just there's really nothing else to say about it. It's a pretty simple boss, especially with the Mega Buster being able to, you know, charge now. There's no real need to ever have to, honestly, in my opinion, have to use any other of the weapon energy if you know you can beat it with the Mega Buster pretty simply. Like, if there is a weakness to that boss that is a weapon that isn't the Mega Buster, I'm not going to use it, because I can save that weapon energy, which what we're about to deal with, which is the boss rush. I can save it for that. Which, anyway, look at this. They stock us up ready to go anyway. Just like Mega Man 3, they just get us all prepped and ready. I mean, I know Mega Man 1 didn't have this. Well, they technically did with the Ultra Heal Up. And Mega Man 2, they kind of did the get you stocked up little by little, but that was only if you knew what was coming up. For people who just started playing it, they didn't know what the hell was going to happen, and they probably paid the price many a time. But after Mega Man 3, they just pretty much decided to be like, hey, you know what? We know you probably didn't know what the fuck you were doing before when you started this game, but here you go. Here's a bunch of shit. So there's no possible way you can lose this game unless you suck so bad at a Mega Man game that you can't survive the 8 Robot Masters and just get wrecked to the point where you can't even save one energy tank. But this game's so easy, and I know I'm saying that when a lot of people still have not beaten a classic Mega Man game, but it's so easy, so very easy. But anyway, we are now going into the boss rush, and we're gonna have a nice little drop, guys, but I will see you guys at the end of the boss rush. ironic we end this on Pharaoh Man, how we beat the shit out of him. And also, as you notice, I didn't use all my weapon energy on Ringman. The final boss of this game is weak against Pharaoh Shot, so I try to save enough that we're gonna need. But anyway, welcome to the first part of Wily's Robots, and it is very, very easy. It's so easy. It's pathetically easy. Like you can see right here, I just pretty much am right next to it, and it'll shoot off 3 in rapid succession energy balls. After that, it gives you a little bit of a break, and you can just jump up and shoot it. So pretty much just use your Mega Buster for the first part. The entire face of it is pretty much weak, so just go ham. As you can see, I was getting a little antsy, trying to be in a rush. I don't know why, but anyway, the next point, it's kind of harder. You can still kill it with the Mega Buster, but I wanted to show off the drill shot since I never really used it that much. And pretty much the little circle gem in the middle of it, where right below the cockpit, is the weak point. And you can use the crash bomb to, if you time it, like I said, halfway, you can still make it explode, and you're able to take it out. It's pretty awesome in that sense, and that's the weakness. If you run out of drill bombs, then you have to use the charge Mega Buster, which is not that hard. You can actually slide underneath the machine and actually avoid all the shots and just wait till you're ready and then jump out and shoot them. And there's actually a glitch in this game where you actually can use Rain Flush after he's flying away and use Rain Flush, kill him, and it'll glitch out the game and you will not be able to continue. So don't use Acid Rain by accident, or Rain Flush. Don't. Anyway guys, we are now going to be going up against the final boss, because of course there's always an extra boss at the end of the game. But we're going to have to leave that for the next episode, guys. So in the next episode we will finally beat the game, and we will take out Wily, hopefully for the last time. Probably not, but still. As always, this is Mash, and I will see you guys in the next episode.